Let's solve this GATE CSE 1995 question. A finite state machine with the following state table has a single input X and a single output Z. Okay, and this state table is given to you. If the initial state is unknown, we don't know what is the initial state. Initial state could be anything. Remember this line is saying that initial state is unknown. So initial state can be A or B or C or D. We don't know. Okay, now, then the shortest input sequence to reach the final state C is, okay, so this question is given. First of all, this state table is given. Okay, remember, I told you that a finite state machine you can represent using state table or you can represent using state diagram. But the state diagram actually gives you more intuition. Okay, so first what you do, first from this state table, you create the state diagram. Okay, so how can we create? Let's see. In this state diagram, you can notice there are first of all four states. Okay, from this state table you can notice we have four states. Okay, so first let me create four states. So we have state A, state B, state C and state D. So first of all we have four states. Now the question is saying that, okay, this state table, what this is saying, this is saying that if your present state is A and input is X, remember in this finite state machine you can notice this is your finite state machine, and to this finite state machine the input is only X and the output is only Z. Okay, and we are saying that if you are in this state, if this machine, this finite state machine, if this is in state A and you read the input X equal to 1, if the input is X equal to 1, then what to do? Then the next state, you can notice next state will be D and the output will be 0. Okay, so this is the point. So what I can do, now you first of all you notice this is Milli machine or Murray machine. So a finite state machine is given to you. Now is this machine, is it Milli machine or Murray machine? So the answer is this is actually Milli machine. From this you can notice this is Milli machine. Why? Because you can notice the output actually depends on what is your present state and what is your input. So on these two things this output is depending. Okay, so that is the reason I can say this is a Milli machine. So let's design this. So in this state A, if the input is x equal to 1, then the next state will be D and the output will be 0. Okay, so the next state will be D. Okay, and the output will be 0. So I can do this. Okay, so let me just put D here, C here. So in this state A, what I'm saying, in this state A, if the input X, remember there is only one input X, because the question is saying there is only one input X. So if the input is X equal to 1, then the next state will be D and the output will be 0. Okay, so here the output will be 0. Okay, similarly in this state A, if input is 0, then you will go to B and output will be 0. Okay, so if the input is 0, then output will be 0 and you will go to B. Similarly, in this state B, if input is 1, then you will go to B and output will be 1. Okay, so the input is 1, output will be 1 and you will go to state B. In this state B, if input is 0, then output will be 1 and you will go to state C. So in this state you will go if the input is 0, then the output will be 1 and you will go to state C. In state C, if input is 1, then you will go to state B. Okay, so you can notice in this, if the input is 1, then what you will do? You will go to state B and the output will be 0. Here you will print output 0. Similarly, in this state C, if the input is 0, then you will go to D, okay, and output will be 1. So you will go to D. If the input is 0, output will be 1. Okay, similarly in this state D, if input is 1, then you will go to B and okay, so here what you will do, let me just okay take another color. So you can notice if the input is 1, then output will be 0. Sorry, output actually will be 1. Output will be 1 and you will go to state B. Okay, and for input 0, what you will do, you will go to output will be 0 and you will go to C. Okay, so 0 0 C. So I can say here you will get this. Okay, so if the input is 0, output will be 0 and you will go to state C. So this is your state diagram. You can notice I told you that the Mealy machine, Murray machine, any finite state machine, whatever you have, okay, any finite state machine that you have, that you can represent using a state table. This is the state table that is given to you. You can convert this state table into state diagram. Okay, it will not take much time actually, because I am telling you, I am explaining this, so that is the reason it took some time, but it will not take much time. You can very easily do this in the GATE exam also. You can very easily create the state diagram. Now the question is saying the initial state is unknown. What is the shortest input sequence to reach the final state C? Remember, we want to reach C and we don't know what is the initial state. Okay, so this is the idea. Now what we have to do? The initial state we don't know. So you can notice if initial state is A, then what is the input sequence to reach C? See, if the initial state is A, then to reach C, okay, what is the shortest string that you can, okay, what are the strings that will take you to C? Let's see. Okay. I don't know. Remember, the question is saying the initial state is unknown. There is some initial state. In a finite state machine, we have an initial state. So we don't know which is the initial state. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. So we don't know. Okay. Now, if initial state is A, okay, then you can notice how can I go to C? The shortest sequence, the shortest input sequence is from A. You can read the input 0 and then you can read the input 0. Okay, so from here, if I want to go to here, then the shortest string is 0 0. Or what I can do, or the shortest string is 0 1, sorry 1 0. I can read 1 and then I can read 0. Okay, so this 1 0 is also taking me to the C. Is there any other thing? Okay, now the, okay, so this is taking me, and next, if the input string, if the initial state is B, then how can I go to C? If the initial state is B, let us assume initial state is B, then the shortest string that will take me to C, that is 0. Okay, so this string 0 will take me to C. And if initial state is D, I don't know. Okay, if initial state is D, then how can I go to C? If initial state is D, then the shortest string is 0. And if initial state is C, then how can I go to C? Okay, I basically empty string. Okay, I don't have to take any string. But remember, the question is saying that we don't know which is the initial state. Okay, so you cannot take any risk, because remember, if you say that answer is, for example, if C is the initial state, then very simple answer will be what? Answer will be empty string, because from C, if you want to go to C, then empty string you have to take. Okay, you don't have to take any string. Then the shortest path is C. So you can notice, if the initial state is C, we don't know what is the initial state, but if initial state is C, then the answer will be simply what? Okay, zero length string you need to take. You need to take zero length string. So no option is correct. Okay, no option is correct. So that is the reason. You can notice, now you can read the question again. So the question is saying the initial state is unknown. So whatever is the initial state, we cannot take any risk. Okay, whatever is your initial state, you should go to see which is a string which will take you to see, regardless of input string, regardless of initial state. Okay, now let's see this 0 1. Let's see this 0 1. Will it take you to state C? So this 0 1. Now, okay, if state A, if initial state is A, then this 0 1 cannot take you to state C. Okay, so this cannot take you to state C if initial state is A. So you can remove this option. What about 1 0? 1 0 also you can remove. Why? Because if initial state is B, so 1 0 can take you here. That is fine. 1 0 can take you here. Okay, what I'm saying, 1 0 can take you here. And if the initial state is D, then also 1 0 can take you here. Okay, so if initial state is D, then also 1 0 can take you here. If initial state is C, okay, then also 1 0 can take you here. Okay, so you can very easily you can notice that if your initial state is A, then 1 0 can take you to C. If initial state is B, then you can notice 1 0 will take you to C. And if initial state is D, then you can notice 1 0. Okay, 1 0 will take you to C. And if initial state is C, then also 1 0 will take you to C. So you can notice 1 0 will guarantee, this 1 0, this will guarantee to take you to C. Okay, regardless of what is the initial state. It does not matter what is your initial state. This string 1 0, this will definitely take you to state C. And this is the smallest. Okay, there is no other smaller. Okay, so here answer will be what? Answer will be option B, that is 1 0. Okay. Okay, so this is the answer. Answer will be option B. Remember, let me tell you that this question is basically asking, this question is asking for smallest input string W. We need to find the smallest input string W we need to find, such that regardless of input, okay, initial state, whatever is the initial state, okay, regardless of initial state, we will surely go to state C. Okay, so this type of smallest input string we want to find, such that regardless whatever is your initial state, okay, the we will definitely go to state C. Okay, so that's why answer will be 1 0, because this string 1 0 will definitely take you to state C. And it does not matter what is your initial state. Your initial state can be this or this or this or this. It can be anything. Okay, this string 1 0 will definitely take you to state C. Okay,